At 2.
Yeah, at 2.
It stops at 2, decreasing, it's going to start at 2, increasing. So 2 to what would be increasing? Never turn around and listen. Okay. 2 to what is increasing? 2 to infinity. Okay? All right, did you state the domain and the range of the graph?
No.
So get a marker. Jasmine, get a marker.
Here you go.
There you go.
What's the domain of the graph, Jasmine? Okay, wait just a minute. That's a mistake, not a mistake, but context of the question. Some people have been listing out x's for the domain and y for the range. Is that correct? Yes, that's correct. But from the context of the question, I told you when they show you the graph, the entire function, and the table, what are they asking you? Are they asking you for domain, the list in the table, or are they asking you for the entire domain and range? The entire domain and range. If they just showed you a table, that would mean list your x values for the domain and list your y values for the range, right? Depending on the context of the question. So, Beans, what is the domain of the green graph?
The domain is 1 to infinity. Oh no, not sorry, no. Infinity to, well, negative infinity to infinity.
Valerie?
Wouldn't it be what we put as the decreasing and increasing intervals?
That, the decreasing one is right. So is that what you were thinking of when you did the increasing and decreasing intervals? Domain is, okay. Everybody stand up. Okay, get up here and lead, Jasmine, come on. Okay, so if a parabola is going upward or downward, if you're thinking along the x-axis, what happens to the parabola, the U-shape? Does it keep extending outward along the x-axis?
No, it
Yes.
Yes, it's going to keep going outward. It may be going upward or downward for the range, but the x, the domain, is going to be always, for any parabola going upward or downward, will be from negative infinity to positive infinity, all real numbers. Now their range is how low does it go, how high does it go? So how low does it go? How low, Jasmine? 1. Did this? So this goes 1 to where? Infinity. What did the shifts from the parent function show you? Juan got up here and they were talking about, this is our parent function. No, that's not your parent function because it shifted from the parent function, right?
Yeah.
So you have to have a transformation from something. If we were going to talk about where it shifted, what were their shifts? Were they correct about that? They said it shifted 1 unit upward and stretched 2 units right. Not stretched, but just went 2 units right. Stretch is if it has a number in front that it expands out more. But you still were right about the other 2 transformations, right? You went 2 to the right and 1 up. What else? You guys can have a seat. What about x-intercept? What about x-intercept? Does it touch the, is the x-intercept 0? Is it touching the x-axis at 0, the green one?
No.
Were you talking about your parent function? Yeah, you were supposed to be, once you identified the transformation, the vocabulary word you were supposed to refer back to the green one, not the red one. Okay, not your parent function. So this one was 0, but does your transformation ever touch the x-axis? So none. Degree, what's the degree of their function? How do you find degree? What's degree mean?
It's the slope in the inside of the...
Degree is found from the highest exponent. Linear x to the first is degree 1. Quadratic that's U-shaped is x squared. You see the squared outside there parentheses? These are degree 2. Degree 2. And then what else? Number of turns. Do you have 0 turns in that graph?